From unhinged guests
No, because I believe that cocaine is God's way of saying you're making too much money.
to crazy stories,
You know how I start the day off?
Yeah.
I open my eyes, and if I don't see candles and smell flowers, I get up.
these are some of the most hilarious jokes ever told on Johnny Carson's show.
People magazine had an article recently. Said you were 1/4 German?
Well, I'm 3/4 Irish, 1/4 German,
I didn't know that.
which makes me, I have the German name. During the war, we called ourselves Alsatians.
He comes out already making jokes.
I watch when you've guest hosted, and I've seen you come out sometimes.
That's
to
right,
do
and
a piece
I've-
of material.
Well, I've come out and not the hottest audience in the world where the applause die out before you reach the star spot.
He made the audience feel included.
But this is a hot audience.
Oh, they're hot tonight.
I'm not currying favor with
No, I understand that.
I'm also not here to plug anything. I mean, it's not crass commercialism that brings me here. I enjoy talking to you, and
Oh, I know you do.
I'd rather talk at home, but this is a...
Every line he says makes the interview feel like a comedy set.
called ourselves Alsatians.
Alsatians. The Alsatian family.
Yeah, but we were...
Of course it is. I never thought of that.
And, but I'm actually 3/4 Irish, which makes me a very meticulous drunk.
Johnny also asked about his background.
A sense of humor. You know, they're not known
I think
for...
that's probably basically true, yeah.
They're very literal people.
Right.
They're, someone once said that more funny things are said at a cocktail party in Paris than in the entire year in Germany.
That brings out his secret talent.
A German would say, why would you call this man curly? He has no hair at all. Why would you call someone curly who has no hair? That doesn't make sense.
It's not funny then.
And tiny is at least 350 pounds.
The next guest makes the room laugh just by standing still.
Hi, do you pull that thing out so I can put my little feet on there?
Well, you're tall. You're a tall man.
I know,
You don't need
yeah.
that. Stupid. What are you, 6'3"?
I was 6'3", I'm 6'2" now. As you get older, you shrink.
That's why I read that.
It was clear age hasn't slowed him down.
I got my Christmas card from the president. Did you get yours?
Yes, I did.
Like you say, 60 years in show business, you know. And people, they walk up and say, you look good and all that stuff, you know. Well, one lady came up and says, Red Skelton, the first time I've ever seen you alive.
He doesn't try too much, and the jokes just land naturally.
How are you feeling? You look
Oh,
wonderful.
wonderful. I don't let age bother me. I'm hanging around long enough to see who gets Brooke Shields. You know how I start the day off?
Yeah.
I open my eyes, and if I don't see candles and smell flowers, I get up.
Johnny struggled to keep a straight face.
Then I thumb my way through Playboy to get my heart started.
You haven't changed at all.
What? What?
Are you into...
I haven't changed.
Yeah, no.
I put on fresh stuff today.
Oh, no, I
This is why he loved him for decades.
I think, truthfully, you are a greater wit and humorist than Will Rogers. In this respect, the same topical joke maybe for a week, 2 weeks.
In what way?
Where you have to come out every night when you're here.
He never stopped being himself.
Doing a show myself.
Yeah, or anything.
With a medicine show. A medicine show is a platform out in an open field, and you do a performance, and then you sell the product.
Right.
They call it television now.
Speaking of being yourself, this guest came and took over the show.
A chicken with 3 legs was going so fast that he passed my car and run up in your alley. He says, I know that. That's my chicken. I raise 3-legged chickens. He says, why? He says, do you like a drumstick? I do. Does your wife like a drumstick? She does.
He starts off with a funny story.
Or perhaps you have a guest. Maybe Ed comes over and likes a drumstick. Gee, I never thought of that. How do they taste? He says, we don't know. We never caught one.
He came to the show loaded with jokes.
Why doesn't that cow have any horns? He says, ma'am, there are many reasons why a cow don't have horns. And some, when they're just calves, we don't want them to have horns. And we put a few drops of acid where the horns would form and there are no horns. But the reason that cow don't have any horns is because it's a horse.
He saved the best for last.
is hunting for ducks. He's not the farmer, and he's not the animal. The duck is the animal.
All right.
He turned his attention to the crowd.
It's only a joke. The duck didn't really die. And you conservationists, I'm sure you're all pure vegetarian and don't eat meat or anything like that. And you're so worried, I hope a butterfly flies up your nose and you choke to death.
Johnny had no shot whenever he came on the show.
And he's trying to get this duck. And this farmer come out, big guy, bigger than the guy with the chickens.
Big guy.
He says, what are you doing in my yard? He said, I come to get the duck. He said, that's my duck. It's not your duck. This is my yard.
His expressions make the story even better.
We can settle this country style. He says, country style? He says, yeah. Well, how do you settle a country style? He says, how? I kick you in the groin. The guy said, oh.
He made his appearance, one for the books.
About half hour has passed, and he says to the farmer, well, I guess it's my turn. And the farmer says, you could have the duck.
Like this next guest, who didn't even have to try.
You know, you guys are talking about Hollywood. How come I wasn't invited to the Hollywood party last night? I've never actually been to a Hollywood party. I've been to a couple at your house.
Well, they're not Hollywood parties, they're kitty birthday parties.
He got the audience without even trying.
And they have valet and everything. A guy comes up in a red coat and says, can I have your car? Wouldn't you give it to him?
I guess so.
I did.
And the car disappeared and the guy
Disappeared. Yeah, and they found it 28 days later. Yeah. I don't know where the guy is. I guess he's probably still doing that.
You learned by experience.
That's true.
His calm demeanor makes it better.
I made a movie. And you wrote one and you...
Yeah, down in Tijuana called Peggy and Her Pony, which was the one for Disney.
Not the training film.
No, not the training.
Not the training film, no, I said.
For,
Johnny never missed with his guests' lineup.
and then another one coming out. Another one with Don Knotts and I. Don Knotts and I are practically
me.
going together.
Don Knotts and me.
No, you guys aren't in it. Just Don Knotts and I.
Don Knotts. Carol was correcting your grammar with Don Knotts.
She should.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so Don Knotts and I are in this thing.
His jokes were perfectly timed.
That you did box when you were in school?
Yes, I did. Yes, I was a champion one year, and then the next year I had a picture of me in the front page of the paper coming out of the ring into the third row, which ended.
The last guest came in with full energy.
And Sears had a sale. This furniture went cheap. Oh, my God. I'm okay now. I'm out here. Mama, I'm on TV. For my friends in San Francisco, how are you?
He was clearly excited to be on the show.
Shock you across the room. Know the power. Grab it now.
Do you watch those? You watch those guys on Sunday?
Oh, yes,
They
sir.
got some winners
There's some
without mentioning any names.
No, really, because they come to your door going, hello, here's your watchtower.
Every little thing he says turns into a joke.
Well, this is a nice outfit.
Yes, somewhere there's a car seat real envious. So, man, you got my car seat. Come back here with it. Oh, God.
You were right. Last time I saw you, you were with Cabot about 3 years ago.
Yes, sir, and that's why I haven't done anything since.
Come on.
Even mid-conversation, he's making the whole room crack up.
Go on and everything. All of a sudden, my whole body went, everybody out! We have 2 exits. Any way you want to leave, everybody out! All of a sudden I said, dear Lord, make my cheeks of ice. So that's why I walked out a little bit like, good evening, nice to be on the show.
He turned everything into a joke.
Where is home for you, or did you come from a home?
They said, all the people in the institution, Tommy. If you haven't taken your medication yet, it's going to be fine.
They back at 12.
Back to 12, yeah.
No.
How are you, Mr. Williams? I'm real fine now.
Johnny could barely keep up.
Relax. It's okay. I'm on
It's
TV.
all right, just...
You're a nice man. You won't hurt me.
No.
Hold on, just one sec.
Certainly.
Okay, thank you. Don't be afraid. It's not, the sores went away.
He says what everyone is thinking.
Probably think you experiment with foreign substances in your body.
Medication, you mean?
Yeah, something like that.
What makes you say that in any way? No, not me. No, because I believe that cocaine is God's way of saying you're making too much money.
And just when you think he's done, he says this.
You see the girls at the Rainbow Bar and Grill have taken one too many Quaaludes going,
Is my lipstick on?
it's very like, oh, look, it's Emmett's girl. How are you?
These moments are exactly why Johnny Carson's stage became the home of comedy legends.